You can't fuck with Red Glove on his worst day. How about that?
I ain't really changed, it's the same old rebel, still a radical. I'm passionate, it's just another level. AT told me I should fight back, they don't like that. Just know if you rock the boat, you better have a life raft. BJ told me I should fight back, they don't like that. Just know if you rock the boat, you better have a life raft.
What up, everybody in the YTBC? Big shout out to the UGC and hashtag come back to boxing. When you get a chance, go to the description of this box. Check out all the links to all my brothers in both those communities. Give them a try. And if you feel compelled to do so, please subscribe. So I just want to address my subscribers and anybody else who might come across my channel. When I first made this channel, my very first video was explaining my intentions. Now, if memory serves me right, I think I made my channel in either 2015 or 2016. I don't remember exactly when it was, but it's been a while. So I just wanted to go ahead and kind of do that again, because I find that some of my older videos are hard to find, and especially those early ones sound like shit. Like, I sound like shit, the recording sounds like shit. If I'm being honest, they just sound terrible. I was using a completely different phone and a completely different program when I did those videos. Since then, I have learned a lot, and I feel that I've improved a lot. And what really inspired me to do this right now is yesterday I had a comment on my video from somebody that seems to have a hard time accepting others' points of view. We've all come across these fans where your video or whatever you're talking about, if you don't make videos, it still happens to you. You know, whatever you're talking about, they don't like what you have to say, so they jump in and then they give their 2 cents, which there's not a problem with that in itself, but they don't stick to the topic. They immediately jump in, they give their 2 cents, but they're bringing up a completely different, unrelated situation. I was talking about how Deontay Wilder making this fight with Tyson Fury was going to expose some of these other dudes who are ducking because they are also PBC fighters, but their excuse is, well, I can't fight that guy because he's fighting with Top Rank on ESPN. Yet Deontay Wilder is about to make a fight with Tyson Fury, who is also with Top Rank on ESPN. That argument goes straight out the fucking window because of that. So this dude proceeded to tell me about some kind of FBI investigation on Bob Arum, something having to do with Zerto Ramirez, a bunch of other things that I'm not saying are not valid topics and aren't real topics. I'm just saying they don't discredit what I talked about. They don't undo the fact that these dudes make these excuses, but yet somebody else in the same predicament is able to do the very thing that they're saying they can't do. So, and then he told me to make a video about it. So I go to this dude's channel, he has not a single motherfucking video. So after this encounter, I went ahead and said, you know what? It's been a while. I mean, I have I'm getting close to 340 subscribers. You know, a lot of these people are people who never saw my intentions video. For the most part, they haven't seen it. So let me go ahead and just redo that. So that's what I'm doing right now. All right. So first off, I do want to address the whole thing about make a video about that. This is YouTube. Essentially, when I make a video, it's my tube. If you decide to make a video, it's your tube. I'm going to make the videos that I want to make. And if you notice, none of my videos have ads on them. They never have. Currently, I don't meet the criteria. But even when the criteria wasn't what it is currently, I still didn't put ads on my videos. I still didn't monetize because that was never my goal. If you notice, I also don't have a ridiculous amount of content on a day-to-day basis. You know, I have over 450 videos, but there's been a lot of days I didn't put up a single video. Most days that I make videos, you're only going to see one get posted on a day. Sometimes you might see 2 or 3 at the very most. But I'm not one of these channels that you're going to see throughout the day. Breaking news, or anything like that. I don't post about every single fucking thing. Because I simply don't have the time to do so. I have other responsibilities outside of my YouTube channel. This is just a hobby. So I'm going to make the videos that I'm interested in making, whether you like it or not. Now, of course, I'm always willing to take suggestions. I've done them in the past. You know, if you say, hey, I would really appreciate it if you talked about this situation or that situation, or what are your thoughts on this fight or that fight? And if I feel up to the task, I will go ahead and make that video, and if I have the time, of course. But like I said, this isn't my job. This isn't how I make money at all. I haven't made a single red cent off of YouTube. Therefore, whatever content I make is the content you are going to get. Now, what my promises are is that I'm going to give you my honest point of view. My promises are that you don't have to agree with me. You can leave your comments and I won't delete them. I'm not going to block you off my channel just because you like a fighter that I don't particularly care for, or you can't stand a fighter that I like. Because to me, it's not about that. I don't want to surround myself with yes men. That's the reason why I'm in the UGC. We disagree all the time, but we can do it without being disrespectful. We can do it without taking it personal. But those are my promises to you. I'm going to give you my honest perspective. Maybe it's things that you haven't thought of. And then I invite you to my comment section to comment things that maybe I haven't thought of. Because if you're coming from an opposing standpoint, but you're making sense, you might change my mind. Now, if you're going to come at me with bullshit, like my encounter yesterday, but Crawford isn't a star. Well, Keith Thurman really isn't a star either, but Errol Spence Jr. is still trying to fight him. Keith Thurman has a belt, so does Crawford. Meets the same criteria, if you ask me. What was Ocampo this great superstar that Spence fought? No. So that's also a bullshit excuse. That's just an example. You're going to come with bullshit excuses. I'm going to go ahead and stomp those excuses out. And I'm going to do it with a shit-eating grin on my face. Now, not that I eat shit. That's just hyperbole. But anyways. But if you make sense, I was criticizing Keith Thurman on a recent stream, and IOTBA said something that really opened my eyes on that stream, and that is, in the 22 months that Keith Thurman was out of commission, none of these other welterweights have accomplished more than him. 22 months this guy sat on the bench, and none of these guys furthered their career any further than Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman came back. That's a fact. That is a fact. So I can't argue with that. It makes perfect and logical sense. So I see that some of my criticisms of Keith Thurman may be warranted, but maybe not to the extent that I was taking them. That's an example. So yeah, I welcome everybody to come and comment on my channel. Tell me what you think about these topics. Tell me if you have a boxing channel of your own. I will subscribe. If you don't have a boxing channel, but you have a channel of something else, I may still subscribe, but from a different channel, because I try to keep this boxing, where when I'm going through my recommended videos, it's boxing. When I'm going through my subscriptions, it's boxing. So, I'm not going to subscribe to you from this channel, but I do have a couple other channels that I might subscribe to you from. That way I can support you and watch your content. And if you have a boxing channel, I might spotlight you, because this isn't just about me getting subscribers. This isn't just about me getting views. I like to help others out. So those are my intentions. But anyways, I hope I've made myself clear and concise and precise. To all my subscribers, anybody watching my videos, or just so happen to stumble upon this video, hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace.
Undefeated. Undefeated.